Hello, my name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. For those of you that have been waiting for a reading from me, I do apologize. I have finally moved into my gorgeous little cottage. I'm sitting here in my new garden room, which is my reading room as well, and I am so excited to be doing the first of my readings for you from here. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing, but I have orchards behind me as well. And it's a very beautiful, very magical place. So I thought I'd come on and just do with my first reading, a reading for those that most need to hear this today. So I'm going to be just looking at where you are right now, what your challenges you may be facing, you know, what you're wishing for, hoping for, advice from spirit. I'm going to be using my trusted spirit song tarot. I thought that would be a beautiful thing to do. And then I'm also going to be using, which I haven't used for a while, vice versa tarot, and also my psychic tarot for the heart. So I feel that this is a love reading, and we'll see where we go with this. Okay, my darlings. So for those that most need to hear it, spirit, what's for the person who's listening right now, where are they right now, their perceived state of mind about currently their life. Thank you. And we had quite a few cards that wanted to come out for you. So you have choices, my darling, at this time, but you're looking back at the past. So I just wanted to show you right in the center of the reading, you've got the Queen of Cups has come out, and this is the seal, and she's looking back at this Knight of Acorns, this Knight of Wands. But in front of her is a Knight of Cups. So first of all, what I'm feeling with these cards is that you are looking back at your past. There is compassion there. There is a sense of peace, but you haven't really let go of whoever this Knight of Acorns was for you. And at the bottom of the deck, as I say that, I see the Shadow card here, which is in the traditional tarot, the Devil card. But for me here, it's the Jackal, and the Jackal lives in the shadows. So there has been a lot of shadow work that you've done. You have gone through various different stages of healing, and you've come through this. There's sort of been a rebirth done because of this shadow work, and you've in this wonderful Queen of Cups place that you're in, you are accepting all sides of yourself and all sides of this other person, and that's why you've got peace and compassion right now. You're observing things as well, and that's one of the it's that slightly not letting go of things. And I don't mean this in a way that you're getting a ticking off from spirit, but there is a nostalgia there, and there is a feeling of, I wish something could have been a little bit different with us. With this wonderful Queen of Cups with the seal talks about being in the moment. The seal plays a lot, so it's a reminder to you about trying to bring yourself back to this current moment, trying to be I am rather than I wish I was. You know, I am grateful. I am so grateful for the lessons I've learned. I'm so grateful for the peace that I've come to. I'm so grateful for, you know, every opportunity I've been given, because as I'm sure you've heard me say before, everything happens for us, not to us. And so I feel that you know this, and you're looking back at this Knight of Wands with a deep wisdom for what you've learned. And there is love there is love, but you've learned this gift of knowing and understanding your inner voice. We can call it your gut instinct, we can call it your soul, we can call it just your knowing, but you've come to trust in that. And you've managed to, like the seal does, you know, even when they play, they keep balance, don't they, in the water, that sort of ebb and flow of emotions. So you've really been able to be in your emotions, which is very important. You haven't blocked them, but at the same time, you've come to a sense of balance about there, and you really do thrive now on harmony and peace. You don't want anything in your life that disbalances, is that a word? That upsets the balance, thank you, Spirit. And you're very caring, you are very intuitive, and love does drive all of your actions. I want to look at this Knight of Cups, who has you're looking back at the Knight of Acorns, and the Knight of Cups is looking away from you here at the moment. And this just means that energetically, even if there isn't somebody in your life right now, energetically, because you're focusing on this Knight of Wands, this Knight of Acorns, you're not allowing that person in energetically. You're sort of saying no. You put up walls of resistance. And when we're very focused on one course of action, we block all of those adjacent possibilities that are meant to come in for us. So this wonderful Knight of Cups, this flamingo, remember you're sitting here as the Queen of Cups and they're the Knight of Cups. So if they are in your life right now, they feel not ready to step forward. Maybe that's the energy that you're giving off. They're not ready to step forward yet towards you, because maybe that's that vibe that you're saying, no, I'm in this place and I don't want to. But the Knight of Cups, the flamingo, and I feel they're very charismatic. If they have appeared in your life, they're very intent on what they wish for in their life. They're slightly magical as well. This is a message. Knights are messengers. Okay, so this is a message of it comes from the right place. The Knight of Cups is slightly overflowing in the normal tarot, but because the flamingo is standing still and standing on one leg, they've got great balance in their life. They've learned that balance. And they're very charming, they're very passionate, and it's a really lovely message that comes with a huge amount of love. Now, this Knight of Wands may be coming towards you as well, and you're sitting here in the middle as the Queen of Cups, and this person's, the Knight of Wands has a huge amount of, it says here, action and drive, a little bit of a bull in a china shop sometimes, but very focused again on their intent and what they wish for. I mean, bulls are a little stubborn, aren't they? And it's about this sort of brimming with enthusiasm and tearing down the road towards you with a lot of passion, because this is what they feel they want. But for me, this person that you're looking back, the Knight of Wands as opposed to the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is still, the Knight of Cups is being, the Knight of Cups has learnt their balance. Don't ignore what Spirit is potentially bringing in for you if you haven't met them yet. And if you have, this will be resonating with you even more. So now I'm going to look at your challenge at the moment, my darling. Thank you. Thank you very much, Spirit. So what have we got here? We've got the shaman, which is the Hierophant. And look what it says here. It says, oh, I haven't got my mirror on. I'm so sorry. It says here, divine wisdom and spiritual power. So what Spirit wants you to do here, this is the Hierophant card, this is the Eagle card, is to literally rise above any conflict you may have in your mind. Just like the eagle, the eagle represents your higher self. The eagle is the bird that flies closest to heaven. The eagle is the bird that rises up against the crow, which is the bird that attacks the eagle, and it doesn't fight back. It just rises above all those negative emotions, those negative attacks, and keeps very focused on their mission. They're also, the eagle, are prepared to fly in an opposite direction if they need to. So Spirit wants you to, because when the eagle's up and they're seeing the landscape below, they can see everything. They can see it. They know when to swoop. They know when to strike. They know when to hover. So it's about you being able to observe, to stand back and observe what's happening for you at this time, and not just to be focused on that one course of action. With the Hierophant card here as well, there is advice that you're getting. You may be learning something at the moment, you may be teaching something yourself, but there's something that's very important to you, and you are receiving a lot of messages at the moment from Spirit, which is beautiful. So that's your challenge card, to rise above the situation that you feel that you are in, and to know that everything is happening for you. And the words "I am ready" are coming to me to say, I am ready, universe, I am ready, spirit, for whatever you want to bring in for me, for my greatest good. And then you allow the universe to come in. And what's on the bottom of the deck now that just wanted to stay behind as I said that was the Four of Feathers, which is the healing card, which is you giving yourself the time and the space, the rest, sanctuary to whatever it is still that you haven't let go of with this Knight of Wands. So let's have a look at what let's have a look now at where you want to be on this journey. You know, what are your goals and your aspirations? Thank you. So you have the Queen of Swords here, which is the bat, and I think this is absolutely wonderful. You have definitely gone through something which has sorry, caused you to wake up. You've definitely gone through something that's given you great insight. You know, the bat has that extraordinary perception of being able to see through the darkness and see things and feel things. But the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very fair, speaks her truth, sometimes a little too strongly, but that's from a place of protection, and will welcome in those that wish to do the same with her. That's to keep that balance. You know, swords represent clarity and truth, and this is the aspiration now. You want to literally, like that bat's radar, cut through all the crap in your life, cut through all the bullshit that you get presented. You've had that, you've learned from that. You don't want to be fooled anymore. And you're not afraid, and because you've come into this Queen of Cups place, you're not afraid of facing that darkness, because you know through this journey, just like the bat, you've literally been able to hone that incredible radar-like perception that you do have. And it's a reminder to you as well that as you've flown through the darkness, as you've gone through this journey, you and only you in the darkness have had direct perception of where you feel you should be going. And it's almost like you've drowned out a lot of noise around you. And now on the bottom of the deck, what I'm seeing is the Ace of Wands, which is the Ace of Acorns here. And there's a stubbornness to you now. There's a determination to you. You know, this is the ram, and there's a confidence with a ram. Again, it's a reminder about tiptoeing around, maybe a little bit like a goat. I know goats and rams aren't quite the same, but tiptoeing around a little bit and not being too dogmatic about what you feel is best for you, because then you can ignore what's trying to come in for you. But you are raring to go now, and the Ace of Wands always talks about that brand new beginning given by God, that brand new beginning, that divinely timed gift that's coming in for you, which is just beautiful, my darling. So let me just tidy up these cards and put the Hierophant there. And that one there. So let's have a look now at energetically what's coming in for you, because it's a reminder that we're all energy, my darling. We're all energy, and emotion is energy, emotion. And where attention goes, energy flows. And you know that, you understand that. So what's coming in for you at this time? Thank you. I'm sorry about my bracelets knocking on the... So they're saying a little bit more of this releasing and letting go, but it's also saying here self-empowerment as well. A little bit more release, a little bit more letting go. The jackal, as I said, sits, but you see this jackal here sitting very contentedly in that space. Do you see? And almost from a higher self as well. Observant, and the grass has grown around him here. So what this is saying is, don't let the grass grow around your feet too much. You know, this, whatever this Ace of Wands coming in for you, it's going to come in. So be very aware of it. Continue to do this work. Continue to I very much feel you're on your own right now. Continue to release and let go. Continue to have that understanding, although we all have moments like this of feeling that hurt, but continue to understand. And there's a wonderful saying that I came across, you know, years ago now, saying that it is through understanding that we grow. It's with love and compassion about where somebody is in their life, and accepting all sides of yourself and others, forgiving yourself for things in the past when you don't know what you know now, because it's through that understanding that we grow. It's much easier to judge people, because in judging people in that moment, we feel a little bit better about ourselves, but that feeling slips away, because that's not what we are. And we are love. We are spiritual beings in a human form, and we are love. And so when you are making choices about your life going forward, and I want to show you what else is on the bottom of the deck, do so with that. What would love do now? What would love do in this moment? And that is the only answer. That's the only question you really need to ask yourself, because the answer that will come will give you that relief. What you have got alongside this shadow work as well is you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is the aardvark. I don't even know if I'm saying it properly, but this is the aardvark. So this represents that the seeds of change, the seeds of growth, this is what's coming in for you. They've already started. Remember, the universe always says yes. It always says yes. And the moment you hold that thought, you hold that expectation, you hold that trust just for a short while about what is coming in for you, because you have trust and faith that your prayer has already been answered. It's on its way, but it'll always come in divine timing. But those seeds of growth have started to happen, and you may not be able to see them yet. My little dog's come to say hello. You may not be able to see them yet, but they are happening. And the aardvark is about overcoming. It's about overcoming those little stumbling blocks, and those stumbling blocks for you may be this one course of action that you wish to take at the moment. And the aardvark also, they've got those long noses. They kind of root around in the ground for what they need, and it's about rooting around for the solution. It's about asking spirit, it's about asking your soul, it's about asking your knowing, your intuition, what should I do now? Remembering, always basing it on love. And it's asking you to as well remain confident that wherever you are on your journey, you're meant to be where you are right now. And you really have looked at past choices you've made, and you've learned the lessons from them. So it's about seeing those uncomfortable times as opportunities for growth for you. So let's see now. I want to find out a little bit more about your Knight of Cups. There we go. Well, that was absolutely beautiful. Straight out came the Ace of Cups. So you have the Ace of Wands now, and now you have the Aces of Cups. So that's like a double confirmation from the universe about whatever you're wishing for, whatever you've said, thank you. I know it's coming in. It's coming in. And this is the Ace of Cups, and this is in relation, my darling, to this Knight of Cups, whoever is meant to be coming in for you here. The Ace of Cups with the turtle is a reminder that turtles swim at that natural pace of the tides. Turtles don't rush, and it's about allowing this to happen in its natural flow. It is bringing in happiness for you. It is bringing in abundance for you. You are being asked to keep moving at the pace that's right for you, because if we move at a pace that's too fast, a little bit like, bless him, this Knight of Wands here, you have a tendency to ignore what's happening on your journey. You have a tendency not to focus, because you're so focused on what you think you do want, you're actually missing out on all those adjacent possibilities. But the turtle's quite very languid and is very aware of what's around her. So this Ace of Cups, this Ace of Wands, whatever this person that's coming in or has come into your life, they're coming with the right intent. They're coming with that direct perception, beautiful, clear clarity, direct perception of how they feel and what they want. They're coming in with such balance, because they're standing as a flamingo on one foot, and you have this balance as well as the seal, being able to float and balance within your emotions. But where they are right now is not quite, kings and queens are about being, knights are about messengers, but knights also show that little bit of self-doubt within them, that little bit of fear within them. Okay, so let me get, and it's saying here, the Hangman, have a little bit of faith, a little bit of patience. Things are happening for you right now, but you may not be aware of them. But it's just saying there just may be a little pause at this time where the hangman is here. It's not happening as fast as you may want it to, but it is coming in for you. And it's about seeing that from that different perspective. Okay, so let's have a look, a little bit more advice from Spirit for you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. This reading is resonating. Well, absolutely beautiful. There's too many cards there, but I'm going to put those back on the deck. And now we have at the bottom of the deck, the Fool card, the Traveler. You're about to enter a beautiful brand new cycle, my darling, a beautiful brand new cycle. And that Ace of Wands has seemed to popped out again. It was on the bottom of the deck, do you remember? And now it's popped out again underneath the Fool card. So whatever this journey is for you, it's a brand new cycle. And that shows that you've gone through one cycle and you've learned and grown and evolved. And now you're about to hit this beautiful, beautiful new cycle. Again, with the gazelle. The gazelle jumps from place to place. So it's about you being open and aware and willing to look at those adjacent possibilities. Don't disregard them. The journey is a zigzag motion. It's not as straight as you might wish it to be. And now at the bottom of the deck here, you've got the transformation card here, which is the Quesada. This is the death card. And as you know, the death card is not there's no negative or there's no positive cards in tarot. They're just this wonderful reading of where you are right now. And this death card is about this transformation. It's about the end of the old way of thinking and the beginning of the new way of thinking. It's a renewal, it's a rebirth. And we had this at the beginning of the card with you as the Queen of Cups. And the death card clears all those obstacles. This new cycle where you're stepping into clears all these obstacles that you've been putting up, these walls of resistance, maybe because you've been focusing on one way you want things to go, but actually there's some other things coming in. So it's about letting go of the past, which is just a reconfirmation from Spirit for me about the Queen of Cups, looking at that Knight of Wands in the past. So I'm going to pull for you now. What am I going to pull for you? Let's just get a little bit of clarifiers for you. And we're going to use my vice versa tarot and see what comes out. So the vice versa tarot, I don't know if you know, it has images on both sides. So what have we got here? So it came out like that and like that. Okay, so first of all, you've got the Two of Wands here, came out like this. So the Two of Wands is about making a decision, my darling. This could be about two people, but it's about making it. You see from your higher self up there on that turret, that's your higher self. They're holding in their hand that one wand. You know, your higher self knows which decision you're going to make. You kind of know which decision you should make and what your higher self, your soul, your intuition is telling you. You're holding there that beautiful globe, and for me it represents the moon, that you're having to face quite a lot of fears in order to make this decision, but it is also, it's like a world. It means a huge amount to you. There's a lot of, do you see it behind? I'm just noticing that there's that sort of plaque on the wall. You've turned your back on a lot of anxieties already, a lot of noise, a lot of fears in your head, and you're looking out where it's peaceful, where it's quiet. There's guidance from Spirit, and you're already starting, as I said, to see those seeds of growth grow. So this is about making a decision. You've got here as well the King of Swords, but you've got the back of the King of Swords here as well. Remember, you had the Queen of Swords. So crystals are important to you. If you don't know that, they are important to you. But the King and Queen of Swords, this is where I talked about you wanting almost like a queen, accepting people coming into her court. You want that that truth. You want that somebody to come in at the right energy space as you. You don't want the bullshit. You don't want any of that. And they are also in this space, But at the moment, while you're making this decision, their energy is turned away from you because your energy is turned from them. I hope that makes sense to you. Let's just see one more card. Thank you from this. Thank you. And then on the bottom of the deck, my darling, you have the World card, which is just confirmation about you reaching one end of a cycle before you enter into a new cycle. Because the World card is the very last card from the Fool to the World. And this is this moment you've been given by the universe. That's why I think the Four of Swords came out, of rest and rejuvenation and quiet time. But the World card is a time where you're protected. You're protected. You are in that state of peace. The olives here represent peace as well. The purple for me talks about that whole crown chakra and your connection to spirit at this time. But you're sharing what you've learned with others as well. But this is your rest. This is your rest time at this current time. And now, my darling, what have you got here? You've got your King of Cups. So that Knight of Cups, when you make a decision from the right place, when you make it because you know it's right for you, when you don't get overwhelmed by it and you make this decision that you know is for your greatest good, and the universe will guide you on this. You know, ask for the answers at the right time. This person that was the Knight of Cups turns around and becomes this King of Cups. So they come in at the same balance as you, which is absolutely beautiful. And they will still feel a little bit like a fish out of water. Do you see there, the necklace there? You know, this is they're unused to this feeling that they have for you. They're unused to it because the fish is by their heart. So these feelings are slightly overwhelming for them, but they are, and they may not be able to express themselves quite how you would wish them to express themselves. But remember that saying, just because somebody doesn't love you the way you want them to love you, it doesn't mean to say they don't love you with everything that they are. They have, where you've been in the Seven of Pentacles, now you've got the Seven of Wands here. So they know what they want. That's that wand. They're very protective of it. They're very protective of whatever, or they will be, of whatever connection that you both have. That one we talked about, that Ace of Wands, the wands that have come up in the Two of Wands. But there is a fear, a defensiveness. I think there's a worry about something in their past, about what people might think. But it's okay because they're standing on that higher level. So they're seeing things from their higher self as well. Let me just do one more card. There we go. Now you've got, how beautiful is this? The Seven of Wands has turned into the Three of Wands, and the 7 and 3 make 10. And that's the end of their cycle before the beginning of a new. And the Three of Wands here, my darling, I just want to show you that. Do you see the yin and the yang, the balance? Three of Wands is about manifestations. The Three of Wands is about things coming in on the horizon. They can see once you are the creator of your own universe. You're at center stage of your life. So whatever choices you make are having a repercussion later on. So this choice that you're being asked to make between, I feel, these two people, even if one hasn't come in yet, that choice is going to be the catalyst for this person too, because they will have a huge, do you see that wands on fire there? They're wearing red, that's desire as well. It's going to give them the confidence to step forward. It's going to see the wood for the trees, to understand, to be able to speak, to have that balance. And it's almost like your two wands, those decisions you've made, propels them forward to kind of come forward. Now they're still wearing battle gear, so they've gone through something quite recent, and this is why it's probably in divine timing. It's something that's going to come in at the right time for you. So that is very beautiful. Let's have a look now. I'm just going to use my Psychic Tarot of the Heart. Anything more you can tell me Thank you, Spirit, about this Knight of Cups, this King of Cups, this Queen of Cups. Open up, they're saying, open up. Isn't that wonderful? That's the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about not letting go of things out of fear for what it might happen. So sometimes we try and control things, because now on the bottom of the deck, I'm seeing the control card here as well. Sometimes we try and control things because we think that's the way it's meant to happen. No. Allow Spirit, let go and let God. Go with the flow. Be like that turtle and see what happens. And open up. Don't hold on to things so tightly for fear of losing them, or because then you're not allowing that person to be free. Thank you, Spirit. If you lead, this is the Hierophant again. If you lead, it'll allow this release again. This is the Devil card. Okay, this is going to allow you. If you, sorry, do apologize, not if you lead. Bear with me a second. I'm sorry. My dogs have heard a walk. Sorry about that. So I do apologize. This is the Emperor card. This goes back to when I talked about being a bull in a china shop. If you wish for things to turn out the way that you're manifesting them, you have to let the universe lead a little bit on it. You have to let go of control. You know, the Emperor has, you know, a huge amount of wisdom, a huge amount of logic, but they can be a bit of a bull in a china shop sometimes. And actually, if they were but to step back a little bit and observe and see what happens, because you've got this this card here, number 13, which is the release. Again, I'm so sorry, this is the Death card. So this is again about new end of old ways of thinking, new ways coming in. It's almost like they're tearing off that old form. You know, you've tearing off that old, and it's not a very attractive sort of clothing. So it's that sort of what you were and how you presented yourself. It's gone. So this is coming in for you, my darling. But the universe is asking you. Let me just move this for a second. I do apologize. The universe is asking you to let go and allow them to step in. And at this current time, you've got 2 5s, okay? So you've got win or lose and feeling alone. So this is the 5 of Swords and this is the 5 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, you've got healing begins. There is still, you've come so far from where you've been on your journey. 2 5s make a 10, end of an old cycle, beginning of a new. 5 of Swords is where you've gone through this conflict, okay, but you've literally put that sword in the ground and said, no more, I don't want any more of that. And this feeling alone card here, the 5 of Pentacles, do you see they see home there? Let go with the flow. It'll take you home sooner than you know, when you literally allow yourself to go downstream and allow the universe to step in. But you're never alone, my darling, because you've always got that inner light, that inner wisdom within you. I want to ask Spirit for an outcome. And I'm going to, actually, no, I'm going to use my vice versa tarot for you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. So you have got this 4 of Cups at the moment. So the 4 of Cups, again, talks about releasing the feelings that you have, that you wish things could have been differently, because your ship is there on the horizon. It's literally waiting. There's your manifestation waiting to come in. And you have here the 7 of Cups. Try not to be confused, my darling, about all the different options and things. Do you see he's in that water there? Try not to be confused. In fact, all of those choices will bring you to where you're meant to be. But sometimes there's just, Spirit wants you to see everything as an opportunity of learning and growth for you. And then you've got this amazing King of Wands is coming in. So that wonderful energy. Tell me more about this King of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. The 6 of Cups. the soulmate card. So this King of Wands, he's a bit like a chameleon at times, my darling. And he's very good at adapting to situations and energy, but you're going to come, this King of Wands that's coming in, this knowing what they want, you know what you want, full of fire, full of ambition. Now, where were they in this other card here? Yeah, so they've come from the Three of Wands to the King of Wands. Do you see? It's beautiful. And it's leading to Six of Cups, which is your wonderful soulmate card. Six of Cups represents that soulmate coming in at exactly the right time for you, but you can't meet a soulmate until you literally mate with your own soul. And do you see here, you're in that water, you're going with the flow, you're like, hi. You're like, hi. It's like an opportune moment. It's going to be a little gift given to you that's going to, you're going to call it a coincidence, but actually it's a God instance. So whatever's meant to happen between you, it's going to come in at the right time. And you're completely immersed in your emotions there. It's absolutely beautiful. And they're coming in with truth, my darling, because you've got the blue there, which is talking about the truth as well. So I hope that's helped you. One last card, please. Spirit, one last card. You have the Six of Cups again. So they're just confirming what I've said. You've got two Six of Cups from two different decks. And what I love about the Otter Six of Cups is, do you see how they're focused on that same journey? They're a team. They're a balanced, beautiful team. There's going to be an absolute joy between you, kind of like childlike energy. And otters, they look after themselves, otters, remember, they do a lot of self-love and self-care, otherwise they couldn't survive. You know, otters are very family orientated as well. They go deep into their emotions, they go deep into the water, they swim over boulders, which are those obstacles, they go with that natural flow. That's what Spirit's saying to me. Keep going, try not to make things happen. Allow this to happen when it's meant to happen for you. And you're going to literally reconnect with whoever this soulmate is. This could be somebody from your past. I'm just reading the energies, but whoever it is that's coming in for you, my darling, is coming in at exactly the right time for you. It's going to be a bit of a surprise, a little bit like this card. It's like a hi. Whoever they are, you both have the same intent, you both have the same perception of life, and it's a very, very beautiful message. And here you have now the Eight of Wands, that wonderful communication, that wonderful guidance from Spirit. It's all the right energy that's coming towards you. So I hope that resonated with whoever was listening today. I'm really looking forward now. I'm in and I'm sorted and I'm unpacked. And the sun is shining to doing your June readings for you. And I'm just going to, excuse me 1 second. Sorry. So I'm going to be doing lots more readings now. I've got my special garden room, which has all been built for me, and it's a very lovely place to be. So I shall be doing your June readings, but I'm also going to be doing some other readings and things in between, because I want to do more than once a month readings for you from now on. So do subscribe if you haven't, because then you'll see when the June readings are coming up. But in the meantime, if you're in England, enjoy this glorious sunshine, and wherever you are, I hope you are having a very beautiful bank holiday or just wonderful day. Take care, my darlings. Bye-bye.